Hi, zpolt here. Welcome to my lab. So we're gonna do another tutorial here in this channel, and this time it's 5 tips in taking care of your audio gear, of your earphones. I'm really excited about these kinds of tutorials because I know that it helps those guys, especially those starting out with this hobby. Hopefully these 5 tips will help you get your gear last longer. So tip number 1 that I really believe in is get a case for your earphone. So there are several cases that you can pick from. There's a hard case and there's also a soft case, and there's also leather cases. There's a lot to pick from. It's very cheap. The cheapest that I have seen is around just $3, but it will make a big difference, especially when you're storing it inside your bag. There's a lot of things happening in your bag. It's really better to have a case there to protect your investment. So any pressure that is applied to your earphone may break your earphone, and that is for me a big deal, especially if you're investing in more expensive IEMS. So one thing I like about cases also is you can store like ear tips there, and you can store other cables there, and it will be neat and tidy inside your bag. So I already experienced storing my audio gear inside my bag without a case, and the cable broke for me, so that is really unfortunate. So that headphone is actually a $200 headphone, so that is really hurting for me. The cable broke and the cable is not removable, so that is really bad for me. So definitely have a case if you can, super cheap, and it will prolong your investment. Okay, tip number 2, clean your audio gear. So audio gear is something that you wear, around your neck, around your head, and also you put it inside your ear. So definitely that's a lot of contact with your skin and with your body, and there's sweat there, there's also dirt there, there's also body oils there, and that may oxidize your audio gear, and that may also increase the humidity of your audio gear, and sometimes it even turns your cables green. So in my Bose QC35, because I didn't clean the sweat in the pads, after some time it already broke off for me. I needed to replace the pads themselves, which is unfortunate. Of course, that's additional investment for me. And also in my TFC Exclusive 3, the cable already oxidized, so that is unfortunate. If I just cleaned my audio gear, I may have prevented those, especially if you're letting others borrow your gear. It's good to get a clean cloth and wipe maybe the tips and also the cables afterwards. So you just be sure that you're keeping your gear in check, especially in the cleanliness department. So yeah, every time you use it, as much as you can, clean your audio gear, get a clean cloth, and wipe out the oils, wipe out the dirt before you store them. It will make a big difference. Next one is when you're taking your earphone off the DAP, make sure you pull from the plug and not from the cable. That is also a big issue, especially if you're gonna pull it maybe 1,000 times in maybe 3 years. If you don't pull it from the plug, the cable will eventually fall out. Not all cables are really made to be like tools. Some cables just can't support that much tension after some time. So pulling it from your plug will help prolong the cable life, and it's not that hard to do as well. So yeah, try your best to always pull from the plug and not from the cable. Next one, and for me really important one, is don't turn the volume too loud. So each audio gear has sort of a limit, especially with the driver limit. They can only move so much, so don't turn the volume too loud. It distorts the drivers. If you hear sort of an overdriven, distorted kind of noise from your earphones, there is something wrong there. Try not to reach that point. Try not to listen too loud. Have a moderate volume, and also it will help your ear health as well. Just keep your ears in check as well. So yeah, don't turn the volume too loud. Next one, this is also really a big help. Have some silica gels inside your cases, especially for headphones and also for IEMs as well. They're super duper cheap, less than $1 for maybe a pack. Try to clean it and also put some silica gels so you pull out the humidity, especially for those maybe in the Philippines or humid weather. You want to keep the moist out of your gear to prolong their life. And last but not the least, this is something that you do every single time. Before you remove the gear from the DAP, make sure you pause the music or turn the volume to 0. Pulling it without stopping the music may cause some pops in your audio gear, and that may cause a driver to break. So yeah, be careful with that. And last but not the least, of course, just take care of your audio gear. Just take care of your investment. Don't put it in weird places. Try your best to, baby your audio gear. That will make a big difference, of course, as well. Try to put them in areas where they won't be damaged. Move them away from liquids, move them away from heat, move them away from direct sunlight. Try your best to baby your audio gear. That tip is really cliche, but it does really matter. Try to remind yourself that this is your investment. Try to take care of it as much as you can. So those are my earphone care tips. to prolong your audio gear. Hopefully you learned something in this kind of tutorial and tips and tricks, and hopefully you try them out as well and remember them as you go in this hobby. And of course, if you learned something, leave a like and of course subscribe for more content like this in the future. And also, if you have additional tips for the viewers here, for the subscribers here in this channel, let me know down below as well. Contribute here in the community, and of course I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.